news, we are learning of a big development in the Disha Salian suicide case. The Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister says that an SIT inquiry will be initiated in the case. Sandeep has more details. Sandeep, what does the statement say? What have we heard from Devendra Fadnavis? Before we go to Sandeep, let's quickly listen in to what we've just heard from the Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra.
पोलिसांकडे ऑलरेडी केस आहे. या संदर्भातली जी मागणी आहे निश्चितपणे जे काही पुरावे ज्यांच्याजवळ असतील त्यांनी द्यावे. या संदर्भात SITच्या माध्यमातून चौकशी केली जाईल. दादा
आता कोण नाही, आता सामान्य
ते न्यूज रिपोर्टच्या आधारावर बोलले आहेत. मुळामध्ये दिशा सालियन केस ही कधीच CBI कडे गेलेली नाही. सुशांत सिंग राजपूत केस ही CBI कडे गेलेली आहे. CBI ला ज्यावेळेस विचारलं दिशा सालियनच्या संदर्भात त्यावेळेस त्यांनी सांगितलं आमच्याकडे केस नाही, आम्ही त्याचं इन्व्हेस्टिगेशन करत नाहीये, आम्ही केलेलं नाहीये. त्यामुळे त्या संदर्भातला CBIचा कुठलाही क्लोजर रिपोर्ट नाहीये.
CBI had earlier said that they are not investigating Disha Salian case. This case of Disha Salian is with Mumbai Police. CBI is investigating Sushant Singh Rajput case and not Disha Salian case.
या संदर्भात जे काही पुरावे आता मांडले जात आहेत त्या पुराव्यांच्या
I want to assure opposition that whatever proofs and evidences we get in Disha Salian case, we will.
So you just heard from Devendra Fadnavis. Let's also get in our colleague Sandeep, who has more details on that story. You know, Sandeep, I think it's a big twist in the entire case, considering the CBI had called this accident and they had decided to actually shut down the entire case. Why don't you tell us more about where does the investigation today stand and what are your sources actually telling you about the case?
See, remember, Disha Salian case was very
I don't think we have
suspicious, and
Sandeep.
in fact, over the same suicide.
Okay, we'll just fix that line with Sandeep, and in the meantime, let's also get in our colleague Shavan, who has more details. Shavan, what can you tell us about where does the investigation today stand, and how important, Shavan, is the statement that has been made by the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister?
Well, in fact, Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister has set the cat amongst the pigeons right now with the announcement that he has made during the assembly in Maharashtra that an SIT would be set up in the Disha Salian case. In fact, as far as the current agency looking into this matter is concerned, that is the Central Bureau of Investigation. Remember, there is no separate FIR in this entire case, Dipti, to begin with. This is part of the Sushant Singh Rajput case, which is being investigated by the Central Bureau of Investigation. Now, sources within the agency had already indicated just about a few months ago that in the course of the investigation of Sushant Singh Rajput, they had also looked into the case of Disha Salian. Having said that, as of now, the Central Bureau of Investigation hasn't filed any report in this entire matter. Remember, there is no arrest that has been made in this case so far, and that is the reason why there is no pressure on the agency at this point in time to file a charge sheet in the immediate future. It is likely that the Central Bureau of Investigation is going to file a report that is based on certain forensic reports that are yet to come in. But as far as Disha Salian case is concerned, remember the Mumbai police was initially investigating this entire matter. Later on, with a lot of criticism that the Mumbai police had to face, this matter was given to the Central Bureau of Investigation to take up the case. This only after the Supreme Court had intervened. And as I mentioned earlier, there isn't a separate Disha Salian case that is being looked by the Central Bureau of Investigation. So it is only part of the investigation that is being carried out. As of now, there is no clarity from the CBI whether at all they consider this as a case of murder or do they consider this as a case of natural death. That is not something that the Central Bureau of Investigation has essentially come clean on it. But having said that, if you go by the investigation that was first carried out by the Mumbai police. They had basically first registered an accidental death report, and thereafter investigation essentially revealed that this was a case of suicide. Having said that, remember, a lot of questions have essentially been raised about the shortcomings in the investigation that was carried out by the Mumbai police. But whether that stands the scrutiny of the court, that is something that one will have to wait and watch, and perhaps wait for the time till the time the Central Bureau of Investigation files its report. Now, how exactly would the SIT really function? That is not very clear at this point in time. All that the Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister had to indicate is that essentially if there are any leads that anyone has, then perhaps the person can come forward to the SIT and the SIT will be looking into the matter. Who exactly will be part of the SIT? Would it be officials from the Maharashtra police or from the Mumbai police? That clarity of the composition of the SIT is still not there.
Yes. Shravan, for the moment, thank you for adding more details to what we know. I also want to quickly take it to Alicia. She is reporting live from the Mumbai newsroom for us. Alicia, what is it that you can tell us first up of where does the investigation today stand? What do we know about the composition of the SIT? How soon it's going to be constituted? And what's going to be the timeline that we could be looking at the case, considering that the case itself, Alicia, has seen a lot of ups and downs?